Hi there, this is a Maison de Stencils video to show you how to stencil if you're not familiar. The most important steps, and there aren't very many, number one, you want to secure your stencil down to whatever surface you're working with. I'm going to use blue painter's tape. This works great if you're going to stencil onto a wall, anything that has a very hard, flat surface. If you're using fabric as your stencil medium, you might want to use clear plastic packing tape. Now I'm just going to squeeze out some paint onto just my scrap here. This is Folk Art brand. This is what we use most often. It's great for fabric as well. Okay, so I've got a little dollop, and a little paint goes a long way. And as you can see here, my method is to sort of start outside the cutaway and then move inward. So I'm just going to get a very little bit of paint on my brush, very little bit, and then sort of just hold it down like so and move in an up and down motion into the cutaway. And if you look in there, you'll see that, some areas have lighter paint coverage than others. You can always add more paint. You can never take it away, so don't use a heavy hand to start off with. You can see how far the little bit of paint I've used has gotten me. And typically I don't secure all my corners so I can peel away the stencil. And take a look at how I'm doing. See? That looks really good. So in a nutshell, that is how you stencil. I know there's not much to it. A lot of people ask, well, should I use a roller? Should I use a regular paintbrush? This flat brush is it's specifically a stencil brush. You can buy it any place, craft supplies, or even big box stores like Target or Walmart. This is the best tool for getting paint onto a stencil. Now, if you, say, are working with a very small stencil, and a lot of our alphabet stencils are small, and you're worried about paint getting somewhere where you don't want it to be, you can always use your blue painter's tape and mask. Say you didn't want this swirl here, you can mask off, and then you could paint around and not get in here. You see what I mean? Obviously you'd want to be much more precise in the way that you peeled your painter's tape, but just for the purpose of this demonstration, that'll do. Now, as far as cleaning your stencils, soap and water, or you can just let the paint dry on there. It doesn't affect anything. The most important thing is that you clean off your stencil brushes between each use, and of course between each color, otherwise you'll have your colors muddled. And the Folk Art brand paint dries pretty quickly, so you can get, if you're doing shadows or if you're doing a multi-layer stencil like our stripes and such, you can, get your craft going in not a lot of time. So I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, you can always send us an email on our website, maisondenstencils.com, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you.